Hello guys, we're going with top 10 best-selling movies on Blu-ray. And yep, despite its best-selling on Amazon, nope. This week, Doc, Apocalypse War is not number one movie. It still didn't beat Sonic and Onward at Blu-ray sales. And yeah, we're going over the Blu-ray sales. We'll go over it again when the DVD sales come out. But of course, this is pretty quick for Blu-ray sales, considering that they usually have to wait like 5 weeks for them to come out. But yep, here they are. So Sonic beat Disney. Yep, you heard me. Sonic beat Disney, and it did in the box office. It's going to do it on Blu-ray. Onward is not probably going to sell 1,000,000 copies. You know, it's not going to sell 1,000,000 copies. Don't think it will. Onward is not. No, it probably will. It has a Disney logo. I forgot. It does have a Disney logo and a Disney cover on it, which will probably save the movie from flopping on Blu-ray because it has a Disney logo and a Disney cover, which still manages to turn people into watching those terrible movies like Onward, like the Lion King remake, like the Rise of Skywalker. Somehow Disney has this magic they can make people watch the movies. Let's look at Murder and Mysteries of Evil. The movie was about to flop, and somehow the movie started doing well. Somehow. I won't be surprised if Disney did manipulate the ticket sales for that movie. But we're done talking about Disney conspiracy theories. Sonic beat out Onward. It was expected, considering that the movie Sonic had a bigger opening at the box office. And yeah, Sonic has been out on digital for like 4 days. And it's still doing well on Blu-ray. 202,000 copies is still a decent amount for a movie. It's still decent amount. It's not including DVDs at all, which will probably puts it around about Angel opening sales. But again, Sonic's only get a sequel, so they'll have to have a giant campaign for Sonic to sell on Blu-ray, because the movie was always successful to begin with. Birds of Prey went down 68%, because once bad movies come out, Birds of Prey will be dead. That's going to be a simple fact of that. Call of the Wild, not selling well. It has, despite having a Disney cover, it's not selling. Top Gun got a remake version, but again, the movie has been out for Blu-ray and DVD for a long time. So yeah, this is the re-release where you always get a digital code. You don't get no DVD. But again, Top Gun is basically, I think everybody owns this movie on DVD, along with Jaws as well. The Rise of Skywalker somehow is still in the top 10. But it's not number one. It's number 7. It's continued declining month after month. Premiere is an anime movie. It's selling okay. Bad Boys for Life is still holding on. Bloodshot went down 60%. Not good for Sony. The Way Back, not selling. Ben Affleck, no one likes him. Basically, no one likes Ben Affleck. So yeah, his movie's not selling. I still believe it's selling pretty well for a DVD Christian movie, but yeah, but Christians are going to buy this movie. 1913 is still selling alongside Jumanji and Next Level, and Knives Out is still having great wigs. And Midway, yep, this movie, which was blasted by critics, so-called quote-unquote movie critics. Yeah, the same people who blasted Godzilla King of the Monsters for being too much. There's too much scum monsters in Godzilla King of the Monsters. 0 out of 10. They're also the ones who gave Midway, zeros out of 10. So it was one of the worst movies of the year. It might be one bad movie, but again, this is a movie that the critics hated, and somehow this movie's still doing well. It's still doing better than 1913, which I think 1913 and this movie will end up selling a similar amount of copies. But again, Midway is still sold more copies than 1913. Emma, no one's buying it. It was this movie that nobody cares about. It was a comedy that was propped up by the critics. No one watched it, and no one's watching it now. Doolittle is outselling Little Women, which fell out of the top 20 movies. Frozen 2 is about to fall out of the top 20, and Just Mercy somehow reached the top movies. And yeah, we want to go look over here. Little Women is no longer selling, okay? Little Women's not selling. Nobody likes Little Women, okay? This movie that they propped up, another movie that the critics propped up, called a masterpiece, it even gave it freaking Oscars. Guess what? It's being outsold by Midway, a movie that was, blasted by critics. Another movie that was blasted by critics was Zombieland Double Tap. Beat out Dark Fate, which was considered to be one of the best tornado reboots ever. Okay? Knives Out, that surprisingly that's selling, but again, Knives Out didn't really have an exactly killer opening on you know on the box office, so of course it's going to sell well on Blu. It's going to have the same legs as it did on Blu-ray. Doolittle and Rambo Last Blood beat out Little Women. Plane of Fire still sold more copies than Little Women. It's a movie that was said it was to be the least funniest movie of all. Was a very unfunny, terrible mess. It outsold Booksmart, a movie that the critics loved. It just seems that when you really go over the top selling video sales, it seems that the general audience and the critics have very different opinions what they like as movies, okay? Well, very, very different opinions. Let's look at the best selling movies, some of the better selling movies. Midway, Dark Fate. No, Dark Fate, nobody liked Dark Fate. But yeah, Dark Fate's not selling anymore. Zombieland's still selling. Midway's still selling, okay? You have Rambo Last Blood sold 700,000 copies this year. Doolittle, Doctor Sleep. You have Doctor Sleep outselling A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which was a movie that was, again, beloved by critics. And yep, being Birds of Prey, even that piece of crap is selling better than movies such as, Little Woman, which is, but again, Birds of Prey does have a DC brand behind it, so yeah. Then we go about further down here. We have movies that were, we have the biggest example here, Hustlers. Okay, every critic was saying, "Oh my God, Hustlers is a masterpiece." Barely in the top 100, being outsold by fucking Sing. Okay, fucking Sing is outselling Hustlers. Okay, Charlie's Angels being outsold by Robin Hood. Being outsold by the garbage Lion King remake. Being outsold by Endgame, okay? It's being outsold by basically everything now, okay? Charlie's Angels is just a big failure. Pikachu is going to pass Charlie's Angels. Jojo Rabbit will probably pass Charlie's Angels as well, and that's another movie that critics hated. But again, people are not going to buy that movie due to its controversial subject matter. No one's going to buy a movie about, Hitler. Yeah, that's something that no one's going to want to buy, okay? And yeah, okay, a lot of these movies, and yeah, it is just so hilarious that the critics, and we could go further back to last year, okay, which is absolutely insane, okay? You have movies that were hated by the critics, okay? Alita Battle Angel, one of them, King of the Monsters, another movie, Venom, and yeah, some of those movies, of course, sold 1 million copies. Like Dark Phoenix, that was probably going to sell 1 million copies because it has X-Men behind it. But Ken critics hated that movie. I didn't like that movie, but again, critics hated Alita Battle Angel. Critics hated Venom. Critics hated Godzilla King of Monsters. Critics didn't really care for Detective Pikachu. But you know what they cared about? Booksmart. And where was Booksmart? Nowhere to be seen. Critics hated Peppermint. It outsold Us, a movie that was promoted and propped up by the critics like it was this, like it was the second coming of Christ or something, and no one bought it. No one bought Us. The movie had awful legs on Blu-ray and DVD. Okay, or we had movies like Hellboy, a movie that was hated by everybody. Guess what? It's outsold. Angel Has Fallen, outsold. Hustlers, outsold Little Women, outsold Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think that is but I think it's more than us movie critics that like that movie. But movies like Us, okay? Movies like, Booksmart, okay? No one likes Booksmart. Black Christmas, which didn't even sell on Blu-ray. No one bought that on Blu-ray. I forgot that movie even existed. Outsold, and yeah, Angel Has Fallen has outsold Dark Fate. It has outsold Little Woman. Alita Battle Angel outsold Little Woman and Charlie's Angels combined, okay? And that is not even half of Alita Battle Angel's total Blu-ray sales, okay? That movie outsold both of those movies combined, okay? And just critics just don't understand it. Now Sonic is going to outsell all of these movies, okay? And yeah, let's get back to Sonic. Sonic is, again, outselling a movie called Onward, which was promoted by critics because it had Disney's logo and Disney's cover on it, okay? Sonic, another movie that was hated by critics, of course, because critics don't like anything that isn't, doesn't have the Disney logo, doesn't have the Disney cover on it, okay? And, yeah, look right here, Sonic outsold. It's probably going to outsold Little Woman. it already outsold Hustlers. It already outsold movies that were promoted and propped up by the critics. It's going to outsell Us. It's going to outsell all these movies that the critics call masterpieces, but they really are not. Okay? And yeah, it's just so funny that the critics continue to lose day by day by day. Sonic outsold Onward, which is a big blow to Disney if you really look at it. Okay, Onward was a movie that was, if you look at, let's just go to Poopy Tomatoes, for example. Poopy Tomatoes, okay? Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog. It has a 64%. Oh, but that's not bad reviews. But look at the movie Onward, okay? The movie that was promoted, this movie, which of course, it has the Pixar brand behind it, which helped the movie. Look at this. Not 88%, 95%, But again, guess what movie sold better? Oh, Sonic did, okay? Despite having, the Disney logo, Pixar logo, both of them, despite having, the quote-unquote greatest animation studio of all time. Well, guess what? Sonic just outsold you Onward, okay? Sonic outsold you on Blu-ray. It outsold you in theaters. It's going to outsell you in theaters when the theaters reopen. And it's always going to be like this, because Onward sucks compared to Sonic, okay? Onward is garbage compared to Sonic, okay? Onward is unfunny, okay? The trailer was, oh my god, Onward's so funny, okay? We gotta get the kiddos to go see Onward. And the critics hated Sonic. They didn't say, oh, Sonic is not that great. Okay, Onward. Oh my god, it has Pixar Disney logo. They paid us to give Onward an 88%, because realistically, Onward should have a 54%. Same thing with IMDb. This movie, Onward, oh look, Onward's so amazing, because it had the Disney Pixar movie. Okay, you have, Onward. Onward, of course, 7.5 out of 10. And Sonic has a 6.6 out of 10. And guess what? Onward's outselling Sonic the Hedgehog again. It's just so hilarious. The fans win at the end. We won. It's outselling. It's losing in the Blu-ray market. It's losing in the home video market. Despite all the critics saying how much of a masterpiece Onward was, Sonic beats Onward in the video market. Okay? Beats Onward. Okay? No way Onward's gonna win. Okay? Onward is always gonna be in Sonic's shadow. It always will. Pixar fanboys can try to tell me, oh, it isn't. It isn't. Okay? But ever since Onward has come out, it had a lower opening worldwide, okay, than Sonic. Nobody cares about Onward. No one cares about this universe of that Pixar and Disney created. Okay? Onward is a failure. Okay? This franchise, like The Good Dinosaur, is a failure. Pixar hasn't had a successful new franchise. The only new franchise that they launched that was successful was Coco. And that was with the help of China as well, okay? That movie did really well in China and in Mexico. It was the highest grossing movie in Mexico until Endgame, of course, came out. But again, this is the prophetic sales of Onward. Of course, the virus came around. But still, this movie was projected to do worse than Sonic the Hedgehog. It opened with $39 million, okay? Sonic opened with $60 million, okay? And you had the comparison before they shut down the theaters. This was the comparison. This was the comparison. If it continued going down this way, it would have never outsold Sonic. Never outsold Sonic. Even with the Disney boost that, Disney will try to give this movie, which they did with The Good Dinosaur. This movie opened worse than The Good Dinosaur, which is Pixar's worst, by the way. And it's just so hilarious to see how poorly Onward has sold. Onward would have sold a similar gross to The Good Dinosaur worldwide. Sonic would have outsold both movies. And, yeah, I think Pixar is not. And I've been saying for the longest time, Pixar is not what they used to be. Of course, I think The Incredibles is overrated. But yeah, you have movies like Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, amazing movies. But now you just have movies like Onward. Movies that disappoint the entire audience, okay? No one is interested in Pixar anymore. No one's interested in Disney anymore, okay? Disney can try and install the bait people all they want with the garbage remakes, but it won't work anymore after Mulan. It won't work, okay? And yeah, I think Disney as a whole is going downward. Okay, downward. Okay, Sonic beat Onward at the box office. I can't wait till Sonic 2 comes out and they release a Pixar movie 3 weeks from now. I expect the Pixar movie to make more money than the Sonic movie 2. Nope, Sonic 2 is gonna make more money. But Sonic 2 is an absolute cinematic disaster, which I think it won't be. It means that Sonic will beat Pixar, which means, yep, Sonic has beaten a Pixar movie at the box office, despite having less feeders, less ads, and not having the Disney logo and the Disney cover and the Disney scene behind it. So yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye.